All right, man. Shout out to the playback. Still setting up. Hopefully, y'all doing well. Quick little topic while I'm setting up. Conor Benn got cooked over the weekend, and I was glad. I honestly I didn't catch the whole fight. I caught the last 3 rounds. Um, I had better things to do, like take a nap, than really watch that fight because that fight to me was irrelevant. However, being that it was boxing and it was on, um, I caught the last few rounds, and Conor Ben was getting cooked, man. Um, Eubanks definitely looked like he was getting busted up in the early rounds, but I knew that, man. It was a lot on the line for the ego and reputation of Eubanks because in that press conference when he smacked him with the egg, I was like, you can't lose this fight. You can't lose this fight, man. Um, I'm pretty sure people have like mixed views on it, maybe split. Some people may feel Conor Ben won. I don't care because this is what Conor Ben gets, man. This is what he gets for being a cheater and not being accountable for his actions. He messed up the first fight. It was because of you doing performance enhancing drugs. You messed up y'all's first outing, which I didn't care for the fight at all. But I do care about a clean sport. And when you have dirty athletes like this guy Conor Ben or ODB, as my homie Kong say, Iron Kong, um, old dirty Ben, you know, when you have individuals like him, they are a fungus in the sport, man. You know what I'm saying? They are a fungus, and then the entitlement and wanting people to feel sorry for you. Um, Over here on this side, it's denied. It's denied. If you felt you won the fight, then oh well, man. Oh well. You try to cheat in the first fight, and if things got a gift, then hey, y'all even now on the cheating. But it seemed like it was a pretty competitive fight. Um, like I said, I seen kind of being low key getting cooked. Um, Although we know how kind of being fights, he's definitely, you know, um, definitely putting in work in the early rounds. He's definitely active, throw a lot of punches. But you know what I noticed when I did catch the tail end of this fight? I didn't see no defense. I didn't see no just nothing. It was just this was a fight. This was not a boxing match, man. So I'm sure people will say this was a good fight. It was not a good boxing match though. So I wasn't thoroughly impressed with what I was watching. It was sloppy. It was both tired. Um, there were certain points where it looked like both of them was going to get stopped in those late rounds, and it was awful. And you know what? What before this fight, if I go back just a little bit, shout out to the playback once more. Eubank Senior, he's a different character. I'll just put it like that, just to keep it light. He's a different character, but he was making some points in his interviews leading up to the fight because um, for the ones that watched the fight, they you know basically reunited on fight night because they wasn't on good terms. Eubanks Senior and son, and Junior, they just wasn't on good terms. Eubanks Senior was opposed to this fight. He said it's basically like basically death. Nigga, you cutting all of this weight and you gonna get in there with a guy who's gonna be on a full tank of gas. You know what I'm saying? And this man didn't even make weight. He didn't even Eubanks Jr. didn't even make weight. So your dad was trying to make some points that, man, when you depleting yourself like that to do a catch weight, you know, um, you're more at risk of getting, you know what I'm saying, all these bad, more risk of these bad things happening, like brain damage, CTE, and all this other stuff. Which it was a brutal fight. From what I saw, it should look brutal. Um, two people who basically like they literally hate each other, and they're just in there. Um, you know what I mean? Just if he dies, he dies. Promotions type shit. And that's how I get sometimes. Sometimes you get those type of rivalries where it's really bad blood. And then with the history that these Bankses have, um, and the Benns, Nigel Ben and Banks Senior, it just trickled down to the sons, and it was some brutal shit. Shelton says fight of the year candidate. Yeah, trash boxing match, but fight of the year candidate for sure. Um, yeah, but oh, you know what I noticed too, man? On a low key humorous side of the game, Smellerby got some comp. He got some competition, dude. Because this dude got some nostrils as well, man. The infamous Leonard Smellerby has some competition. Um, he ain't really been getting a lot of promo, man. It seemed like ever since he didn't went gray on the Gandalf side of the game, it ain't really been getting too much promo. Ain't too many microphones, um, you know, been headed in his direction to hear about anything he has to say. I haven't seen it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if Mayweather just completely don't fool with Smellerby. I don't know if Tank completely don't fool with Smellerby no more. Because other than that, nobody would probably even know you. Nobody would even care to even talk to Smellerby if it wasn't for Floyd or Tank, you know, or somebody related to PBC. So you got to do something different now, man. You know what I mean? You figure it out. Hopefully, gotta wear some different glasses, put some hats on, something. Dye your beard and all that a different color. And see what happens. You'll get that shit'll go viral. Because this is a very weird society and the algorithms is a little weird. You know what I'm saying? So you dye your beard, um, lavender or something. You'll be in there like swimwear. Algorithms will love that. But once again, man, on a serious note, it's a brutal sport. And I think there's been talks that they both went to the hospital. Um Eubanks Jr. and Conor Benn, because it was just a brutal sport. I mean, a brutal fight. Um, I don't know who had the most damage, but it don't matter. It don't matter. But if it's going to be a rematch, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I don't support it. I didn't support the fight in the first damn place because what have like Canelo say? What have he accomplished? What have they done? Hold on, Little agua. But yeah, what have they accomplished, man? Eubanks, you know, what has he done lately, man? That is really thrilling, and appealing compared to some of these greats we've seen like Inouye, Usyk, and Crawford, and um, you know, it's and Dmitry Bivol, better be it. Like what? He's not even close to even scratching the surface of that type of stuff. So it's like, and then Conor Ben, like fake it to make it and cheat to compete promotions over there, man. Like, come on, dog. Nobody's thrilled about these characters like that, And if it wasn't for Eddie, Conor Ben would have been out of here, bro. Been up out of here. Chris Eubanks is basically one brutal TKO away from getting up out the way completely. I honestly feel like Eubanks, look, man, you better not fight that style against somebody else in your weight class. And I get it, it was just some bad blood. Y'all wasn't caring about skills and none of that shit. Y'all was just fighting. But bro, you get in there with somebody else, you get in there with somebody else fighting like that. Your daddy is gonna be 100%. His shit gonna be 100% accurate when it pertains to you, bro. It's a good thing, I wish every father and son, the best as far as the relationship and everything like that. I don't like to see there's been a lot of father son fallouts in sport of boxing that I've seen. So it kind of sucks. But at the same time, I actually can't blame you, Banks Jr. low key, because that is different. It's a different character, man. I seen an interview about it. His dad's, was like, I don't understand it. He wants to be like Floyd Mayweather, and I'm different. I wear a bear and a badge. I was like, what the hell is this shit? So I was like, I kind of understand Eubanks Jr.'s stance on not wanting to have no kind of association with Joe Donatello. Looking, hey man, low key, dog. Hey, and I want to give credit to the person whoever did it because I think it was a tweet. Somebody attached the tweet some years ago. It was a picture, I think Donatello, and then they put a split screen of him, Eubanks Senior, and Donatello. Man, classic stuff. You know what I mean? Heroes of the half shell looking ass, man. You know what I mean? With glasses on. But you know, despite when you get beyond the quirky and the weirdness, he be saying some stuff. And this man, despite my opinion on him, he throws hands. He has proven that he will throw these hands. The way he talk. I will throw these hands and defend my honor. And and Eubanks Jr. He don't care about none of all that. He just want to be on some. He acts American. He act like one of them Riverside County niggas that you know what I'm saying, that I used to know or some shit. You know what I mean? Like one of them regular light skinned black niggas from Riverside or something. You know what I mean? Or the Valley. Nothing. You know what I mean? Regular. But he's from the UK. And you will never know until you hear him talk. Like, oh shit, he's not even black. Not like us. Promotions. But anyway, I mean he black, but y'all know what I mean. Um, but yeah, man, Senior be making some points, man. It's a brutal sport. I don't agree with fighters dehydrating themselves, for a fight, man. I want everybody to, it's a brutal sport, so I want these fighters to eat. I want them to be able to get paid. Um, and this y'all know at the end of the fight, there was like I think was it a ring magazine belt, the ring belt. I was like, is somebody getting a ring belt for this? So I don't know if it was just for advertisement, promotions. Like, we just got the ring belt in the ring so that it can get the camera or whatever. But I was like, I hope they're not trying to give these dudes a ring belt on some of Mauricio Suleiman side of the game. Cause that's what Mauricio do. He just try to like when it's some, you know, an event, an epic or semi epic event, he wants to throw a belt in there in the equation, to the winner. And it's just like, get out of here. Go eat. Get out of the way. So I hope that's not what Turkey, the excellency Turkey Al Sheikh is on, man. Cause I don't know, you know what I mean? I've been going light. I've been, he's been doing good, but I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing a few freckles of unnecessariness or of some shit that's just like head scratcher. Like, why you got Ryan and Rolly on your cards? Cause like, well, why y'all got this shit going on? Why y'all, what is this belt doing in the ring for, man? For Conor Benn and Eubanks, the irrelevant um, boxers. They relevant, but at the same time, he said, did he really get cooked though? I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it, dog. If y'all don't feel Eubanks cooked him, then the judges cooked him. You know what I mean? You deserve to be cooked. Just so we clear, I want y'all to know that I am full fledged against any of these cheaters. If they have cheating in the past, I'm against you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, make your own way. I'm not. I'm just saying I'm not going to root for you. You know what I mean? I'm not team Conor Man. I'm not. No, I'm not team Canelo. I am not team Gerald Miller. I'm not team none of these goofies, man. They got to cheat to compete. No, I'm just not. So that's just my stance on it. You know, when you got smacked by the egg in the press conference, I was happy. I was like, oh, cool. That's what you get. And when you was getting cooked from what I analyzed in the late rounds, when you was getting cooked in the late rounds, I was like, oh, good. I'm glad I woke up from a nap to see something good, man. Cause shit ain't been good. My Steelers is on some bullshit. We ain't got a quarterback. The Lakers is getting cooked. It's just like, come on, man. I mean, I need some good news. And when I seen that Conor Benn lost the fight, I said, thank you. You know, I got religious. Hallelujah. Won't he do it? I seen that man get cooked. I was excited. I was like, yes. When I seen Eubanks fall to his knees and he raised his hands up, looking up in the sky, I said, yes. We did it. I was a part of the we community for 3 seconds. I was like, yes, we won, man. Woo! Farley got his book ass a loss on his record. So yeah, man, take that home to what I mean. Take that to the hotel, to the house, wherever you're going, kind of man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, cheaters cheaters never prosper, man. Cheaters cheaters always gonna get that flame of shame stain, you know, on your legacy, man. Always. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that there is some great highlight images of Conor Benn putting in work, but I'm not going to display it. I'm not doing that. Nope. You can go to a different channel and find the great highlights and shit of Conor Benn on that side of the street. We're not giving this man no kind of flame of fame promo um, playback. But I'll say this, man. As far as Eubanks, yeah, man, stay away from the big dogs, homie. I don't know what weight class see what this, going down and going back up in weight shit, man. Like, y'all ain't learned from the legends. And when I seen the legend get cooked and Roy Jones, I said, man, y'all better learn, you know. Shout out to Dragon Leg, Uliex, the homie, the OG Shelton. He said, Black, it wouldn't pass me if T.O. was dirty. You know who's cap? You already know I know where he at. You already know. I said, hey, I did a video on it, man. I said, hey, don't be shocked if T.O. pop in the near future. Just don't. Because the track record shows when you go to Reno Soul, then your drug test might be in question, sooner or later. Just the track record shows. So wish him all the best. Hopefully he's at his best versus Arnold Barboza, man. Because if not, you know what I mean? Because we've seen you get cooked before. This is Tio is not that special, bro. He's not. When I seen him lose to little Georgie Cambosis, I said, "Oh no, nah, man, nah. I don't give a damn what you was going through, fam. You should have never lost to him." Okay. And when I seen Sam doing Martin styling on your ass, I said, "You know what, man? It is too much ordinary people, you know, promotions, style with his shit, man. Like this is ordinary shit." You know, you can't make adjustments. That's what he lacks, and he doesn't have the mental to really stay focused 100% in fights, man. Because he's just all over the place. He want his Willy Wonka endorsement, his Bud Light endorsement. He want to be make America or make a boxing great again. He wants to be. He just be doing dumb shit. Then he want to be racist. Then he want to. It's just he's just goofy. Teal's just goofy. So I mean, the shit that he do, and for people to even give him, that's why I'm mad at Turkey Yellow Sheik low key for that card. You know, like that shit. Let Bob Arum deal with that shit and put him on some regular Reggie card. You know what I'm saying? Regular cards for that type of level of fighting. You know what I'm saying? And he out here parading talking about he 2 time undisputed. Like nigga, somebody need to slap fire at that man like Caleb Plant did Jamel. You know what I mean? Lead left. So yeah, man. Some shit just need just you know what I mean? Yeah, call it like it is. Ordinary promotions, man. It got to be something extraordinary, man. I don't like He said it was the asthma, huh? Oh, he should have brought his inhaler. He should have brought his inhaler, man. That is what you when you sign that dotted line, make sure your medicine and everything else is together. But T.O., his issue is he think he know everything and he think he got it all figured out. So that's when they expose how he didn't have no nutritionist and the strength and conditioning coach and all this, the people that will be put in place to help him be fully prepared to defend his franchise. That like if he would have had that, he messed that up, you know. So not only did you not get a nutritionist, not only did you not have a strength and conditioning coach, you left your asthma pump as well. You deserve to lose, T.O. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that. I just have a different perspective, you know. But I respect your view. It was if it was asthma, it was asthma. I had a stepbrother that had bad asthma, man. I understand it. You know, niggas be wheezing all kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's bad. You know, niggas is trying to rearrange their whole chest to get some air through that motherfucker. I know. I seen it. But you chose to be a professional fighter, T.O. You chose to be world champ, you know. You chose to do this type shit. So that's just what's gonna come with it. Especially when you world champ, man. It's a target on your back. So that's just how that go. That's just how that go, man. But like I said before, they both was hospitalized. I don't know who had the most severe. Matter of fact, let me look this up real quick. Let me look this shit up. Shit not working. Oh, that's why it didn't work. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Eubanks Jr. discharged from hospital after legacy win over fierce rival Conor Benn. Legacy? Wow. Already on that bullshit, huh? Eubanks Jr. discharged after emerging victorious from his slugfest. Conor Benn. He dealt Benn his first defeat unanimously. Both were taken to the Royal London Hospital for precautionary test and were understood to have been just two beds down from each other. Wow. Yeah, they just talk about how they thank the fans and stuff. I doubt that. Somebody that says in this paragraph, Ben has already returned to training since coming out on the losing side of his firefight with Eubanks Jr. Man, you better go lay down somewhere. You know, I don't really have CTE. He probably sparring. Yeah, I mean, Conor Ben is dumb, so he probably is back training and sparring and doing dumb shit. Stupid. Ben said in post-fight press that he's eager to get a rematch sorted with terms reportedly already agreed, but will also be content with going back to welterweight and fighting for the WBC gold. Um, I heard him mention Barrios. Look at this. That nigga look mutated low key. I'm gonna play this shit. This is for educational purposes and commentary purposes only. Do not own the rights to this content. Let me damn, hold up. Let me make sure. Hold up 1 second. All right. I just want to make sure I get the audio.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard one to swallow, man.
Pause.
It's a hard one to swallow. I mean, obviously, I didn't come into the fight thinking it would be that close. I didn't come into the fight to lose. I didn't come in the fight for anything apart from winning. Um, and obviously, it weren't good enough. So I need to do better.
That's good. Well, at least he admitted he needs to do better. You know what I mean? That's good. That's a good sign. Sign of maturity. And it's a sign that you can take accountability for your own shit and what you did at that boxing ring. Because both of them was fighting not smart. Both of them was just, they was literally just fighting. There was no boxing skills, too much boxing skills displayed at all. Well, at least in the late rounds, because I told you I missed the early shit. Because this fight ain't about shit anyway. But anyway, let's let him continue.
I came in there tonight thinking I'd win 100%, and I thought I'd got it done early doors. So, yeah, I need to look back, sit down with my trainer, my team, reevaluate, and see what went wrong. I believe, yeah, I want the revenge, man. I want my revenge.
Yeah, man. He left out of that fight knotted up, um, emotional on some Carl Thomas shit. And his pride, right shattered. He was in there looking he was looking sad as heck, man, after that fight. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like he was really too much fighting against the decision that was read. It was just like, you know, a reality check for him. Like, nigga, you not all that, bro. You is not all that, bro. You think you that dude. You just not that dude, bro. A lot of it's being seen it, bro. But and you've been up here lying and talking about, it was a major ingestion of eggs that got you these female hormones in your body, clown. You know, it's funny because when y'all actually analyze and research the shit he was putting in his body, it's just like, bro, you are one of the stupidest PED users I've ever seen. You go like if you didn't get caught using PEDs by now, you will have full fledged titties and ass. You would be a female at this point, bro. That man is an idiot. Okay, so you know, consider yourself saved from really excruciating flame. You know, because this is really light, kind of man. But yeah, you got lumped up, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's good. Like I said, I'm happy about it. I hope that you have learned your lesson. That you just y'all had the wrong game plan. You had the wrong game plan. You didn't box smart. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no nothing smart from any of you. You just the uh the least dummy, the less dumb one in there won the fight. You was just dumber. You know what I'm saying? You should have been boxing smart. You was in there trading with the bigger man. And you probably thought you was gonna be stronger and he was gonna be weaker. I didn't see that. Your ass was hemmed up on them ropes, man, and had a look of concern and worry for the first time. I was like, oh shit, he worried. He was like, your big is getting to him. The punches are starting to affect him, and yeah, man, you see it on his face, and so I guarantee you, Eubanks Jr. will be able to move on from this fight quicker than Conor Benn because Eubanks won. and Conor Benn lost. And whether you felt he won, Conor Benn won or not on paper, he lost. And maybe he'll get his rematch. And even if you do win a rematch, you're gonna lose more brain cells because that's definitely gonna happen. I think your pride is gonna make you fight the same way. Really try to hurt this man. You know, feel like you got something to prove and prove something to your daddy and prove something to your fans and prove something to Eddie Hearn. And you might get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You might get knocked out this time. But either way, you're gonna lose brain cells, and you could be in that CTE line. You know what I'm saying with Deontay Wilder and them, because punishment is real, man, in the sport. You gotta be smart. You do one mistake can cost you hella brain cells. Ask Devin Haney. You know what I mean? You let Ryan Garcia get away with, you know, bucking the system, bro. Going coming in overweight. Y'all didn't have really just the shit on point, and that man was able to get away and get in the fight and use a performance enhancing drug to enhance his performance, along with his natural ability. Because I'm not saying Ryan is just absolute trash, he's just pretty much he's what straight up and down on special effects, but like Floyd used to say to me. But hey man, hey, live and learn, man. This guy kind of been um yeah, man, get over this shit, and if they do like I say, if they do the rematch, then yeah, Eddie Hearn, get your last little check off of him and sign him out, get him out of here. You know what I mean? It's been a very very unfulfilled um career, in my opinion. You know, now you did this circus fight, and now you want to go after a belt, a title now. I'd be like, no, get to the back. Errol Spence voice, get to the back of the line. Connor has a video of him running, so maybe he is. Ain't gonna lie, that was a great fight. Connor was pacing fast. The first half of the fight, I thought he was still juicing. Right, he was, man. And Eubanks literally too was gonna let him, like, he was still gonna fight Conor Benn in the first fight when he popped dirty before their first fight. So I was like, man, this dude, I had lost respect for him too. I was like, man, why are you gonna continue to fight this cheater? You know this dude popped, and you can be like, I have nothing to do with that. I'm just gonna, do my job. Like, man, shut your ass up, bro. You can't be that stupid. Like, I get it. You want to make your money, but bro, you gonna allow this man? Like, even same thing with Valdez and what's the motherfucker that he fought? Kasakiel, Robson Kasakiel. Kasakiel still took the fight knowing this man had PEDs. Like, bro, you fought this man. He was juiced up, and I low key had you outboxing Oscar Valdez, but then you still lost. So you got cheated all the way around the board. And I was just like, that's what you get. That is what you get, you idiot, for allowing the cheater to have this advantage. You know. Okay. Well, I want to get paid. I don't know if we get this opportunity again. All right. Well, hey, you took your opportunity, and now take your L, and go back to the back of line. You know. Raz Cloud. Shout out to Raz Cloud, man. That's the homie. Cold shoulder roll. Right, hell yeah, that shit ain't nothing hot about that nigga shoulder roll. That shit is ice cold. It's a fucking brick. It don't hardly even move. You got the Titanic shoulder roll, man. Just in the way. It's just there. You know what I mean? Right, you know what I mean? Eubank look, what you say? Eubank look drained and weak and still won that. That's how weak Ben is. That's what I say. Yeah, man. Congratulations, man. You played yourself kind of, man. Thought you was about to have all the advantages. You're like, yeah, yeah, hell yeah, he missed weight. Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? I got the advantages. I'm in his head. And woo woo. Yeah, right. Unanimous decision. Chris Eubanks Jr. That man looked like he didn't know what happened, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, that looked like, the teacher put an F on his paper or something. Like, what the fuck? I thought I aced this test. I thought I had it. F. You're wrong. You know. So that's all I want to say, man. I just hear it too. And I don't know if it's a scripture or something. 'Cause I'm not religious or nothing like that, but I have read certain things, certain texts in the past about how does the text go? It says the people will rejoice when the enemy falls or something like that. I'm paraphrasing it, but something along those lines. You know what I mean? And these little cheaters like Conor Benn, you're the enemy. You're what I mean? You're on the other side of the street. So when I seen you lose, I rejoiced, man. I was very, very happy. Like I said, it was very, very kind of a slump weekend. I was like, you know, like I said, my other teams, sports teams and whatnot. But when I seen that Eubanks, get the victory, especially after kind of Ben was trying to cheat in the first fight, I was like, yes, there we go. That's how we do it. And it should have been the factor of Canelo cheating ass. They robbed Triple G, man. Canelo's a fucking man. Hey man, whatever. But yeah. Wait, hold on. And on the day, if the fight neither fighter can weigh more than 170 in the morning of the fight, that benefits Ben, and he still lost. Right, man. Right. So like I said, he fought stupid. I think he just had the wrong game plan, and he definitely was gassed out. He was getting cooked in the last few rounds after I woke up from my nap. So yeah, it was all I wanted to see. Say he looked like he's about to cry. Hell yeah. I know he definitely cried. He definitely cried, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I'll tell you one thing, man. Chris Eubanks Sr., he definitely had a good weekend. He got a lot of promo leading up to the fight. Then he showed up and I guess stole the shine away somewhat. And then I guess energized Eubanks Jr. because hey, I'm not gonna lie, he definitely looked like he had a bite down. And really, really had he showed grit because Conor Ben is not he ain't no punk or nothing like that. But like I said, he's just a juiced up. He's he about that life, but he needs help. To his little liquid courage and pill courage and needle courage and whatever. To make him feel like he about that. But he really not, and he's not all that good. And he kind of got exposed in this fight. And like Brass Cloud was saying, he had the advantages going into this fight, and he still lost. And if you go after a champ at welterweight, whether it's Mario Barrios, Brian Norman, or Jerron Booten as the unified champ, I hope you get your ass whooped. I think they all can possibly whoop your ass. You know what I mean? I think you'll make it competitive. I think the best chance you got, and I hate to say it because I like Barrios, but it's Barrios. Your best chance is Barrios. I think. But to be honest with you, I'm not. Hey, I still got to see more from Brian Norman. So I'll be honest with you that I haven't really watched a lot of his fights. I just don't like the comp. That's all I'm saying. So when the comp steps up, oh, he actually get in there with an actual champ, on a top, a elite fighter, then I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm still waiting. That's pending. But right now, I feel like Barrios is his best shot. He did mention Barrios because he didn't even say nothing about Boots, and he didn't say Norman name either. I don't think so. He's focused on, unfortunately, to say the weakest link of the champs at welterweight, and I hope Barrios whoop his motherfucking ass too. You know what I'm saying? So it's that I see something on some Mikey Garcia type shit. Yeah, he cried. Man, big shout out to Mark Nash in the chat, man. Shout out to Mark, bro. Ben and Ryan, both juiced up boxers that got a pass from the fans. It's pathetic. Well, Ryan, I think definitely got way more of a pass because it's way more fan base. Well, at least out here in America. But Conor Benn definitely was. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real with you though. UK was cooking him, bro. I seen a lot of UK fans cooking Conor Benn for cheating, bro. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think it's like I see, like out here in America, you see a lot of the racial bias. A lot of the racial people, they like the people that's just pro they people and shit. They bring that shit to the sport, and then when they people do some foul shit like cheat or whatever, they stand behind them. They don't hold them accountable. They won't even say nothing. They won't flame them. That's why I do what I do because I keep it consistent. I don't give a fuck what race you is, what geographical location, what color. We could have been from the same hood. I won't flame your ass because I got standards and principles on how I move, man, and how I set and like my homie actual say, equal opportunity flame. I don't just be like, oh, okay, let me reserve flame for this one here because no, they're my people. No, homie, nah. I spread this flame all the way around, so y'all know it ain't that kind of party. So don't bring that shit over here, that tribalism shit. You know, y'all know what it is. That's why I keep this shit crispy. Well, I guess why I cook the way I do, so niggas know what it is. Don't bring that pathetic ass shit over here. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right, man. A lot of these fans, they stick up for their fighters, for their favorite fighters and shit. And it sucks when the promoters is helping, which, shout out to Eddie. I ain't flaming Eddie right now because Eddie done some great shit for the sport. But when he stood behind Conor Ben, hell yeah, I flamed his ass. Nigga, equal opportunity flame over here. What you defending this cheating ass for? You don't need him. You Eddie Hearn. That's how I looked at it. And I'm like, now that he lost, all right, man, what the fuck? What else? What else you need to see from him that you got to keep holding on to this man? And I get it, and Eddie keeps the same energy. He did the same shit with AJ. Like how many times AJ got to get cooked? But AJ's a big name, and I'm not hating on it, but I'm just like, well, hey, man, he consistently, stands by the people that he rock with, So it take a lot for him to just really drop you. If you show that you free smoke and you got heart and grit, Eddie Hearn gonna rock with you. I think that's how Eddie is. Like even with um Del Boy, Derek Chisora, like he can probably always get a bag with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn might not even like you, but if he feel like, you know what, you a dog though, you'll fight. You ain't no bitch. He'll get, man, they'll put you on the card if you feel like you're really about that life. You feel me? But he just gotta have standards, man. Like I do. I'd be like, nigga, get your cheating ass off the roster, homie. I was like, security, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn can be like, security, escort Conor here cheating ass out. Norman probably won't ever fight someone elite. Damn. I'm telling you, man, for real boxing fans, we in the cut. I ain't got no flame for him right now, but we in the cut, like in the pending stage. Like, all right, man. Your boy Boots just became unified. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What we doing? So yeah, that's what it is, man. He says, "Oh, black Ben stop skull." Oh, I heard about that. He says, "So what Canelo gonna do to him?" I'm not ordering the Canelo, but I did with the Ryan versus Rody fight. I bought that because of Barboza and Haney. I don't like none. I mean, I do like the Tio Barboza fight. I don't like the Haney Jose Ramirez fight. I think that fight is trash. It's a tune up for Devin. Devin better be if Devin can't be Jose, bro. Oh yeah, you definitely need to get out the way, man. Get out the way. And, I think that's a tune up. And then I definitely don't what you call it, Ryan and Rolly, man. And then when I found out that was the main event, I said, okay, dog, Turkey, what we doing, bro? King Turk. This is not royalty shit right here, fam. Them niggas need to be on the prelims or there, I know they big names, but as far as the quality of that fight, Ryan versus Roll, come on, dog. Come on, bro. We a former email champ versus a never been champ. Nah. Nah. We not doing that, dog. I'm not investing in that shit at all. You know what I mean? But respect. Whoever catches it, I'm gonna catch the fight, but I'm just not putting no money in that card. And I put some money in Turkey Riyadh season shit before. But then not that one. Not happening. They was, bro. They was cooking Conor Benn. And I'll be paying attention, bro. I'll be paying attention to the UK streets, American streets, them for show streets that I'll be paying attention to, and the YouTube street. I was like, okay, because I be wanting to see like, is y'all solid? Y'all gonna or y'all gonna be biased? And a lot of them don't be biased. They support, but when you on some fuck shit, UK will flame they motherfucking fighters, bro. They will. I've seen that shit. Now I don't know about Russia because right, I didn't hear some Russians have been super quiet in situations of cheating, but I just seen some UK fans be on that shit. You know, it's been real. They wasn't. I would say that shit. I'm like, man, them niggas fake. They ain't flaming nothing. I like Norman. I'm Team Norman here. My guy Norman needs about 2 or 3 more fights before. See, now I respect that. See, I respect that, Dragon. That you said that because it's different type of fans. There's fans that are realistic. Like I'm a fan of the dude, but he need about 2 or 3 more fights. That's respectable shit. But they be people would be like, oh man, fuck that man. That motherfucker don't deserve a fight. What's he done, man? Ooh, like we don't need him. This, and they be making up all kind of lame shit as to why uh, as like you on the wrong side of the street or they don't need the fight. The fight ain't big enough. Let it marinate. Oh, he'll whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? He don't. He trying to lowball them and all this. Like when they when they start talking like that, I already know what it is. But the mere fact you said that, like, hey, you need about 2 or 3 more fights for Boots. That's respectable shit. You know what I'm saying? That lets me know like you realistic. Like, I think he a good fighter. I'm a fan of him, but before you get in the ring with this dude right here, yeah, he gonna need about 2 or 3 more. I respect that. By the time Norman ready for Boots probably be at 54. Yeah, see, the time is kind of ticking. I mean, but the thing about Boots though, see, I pay attention to certain things that these dudes be saying, for a reason, so that like when the time come for certain fights to happen, I was like, well, okay, I remember this press conference you said this, and this post fight press conference you said that. He said like he make 47 easy. Now I don't know how long that's gonna last, but he's saying like he make 147 easy. I'm like, okay, then focus on 47, trying to get all these belts and get some get a little bit of legacy under your belt, man. Undisputed is a great accomplishment. You will be mentioned among some of the elites, man. So that's undeniable. That's undeniable. And as far as me on my pound for pound list, Undisputed carries major weight on my list, on my pound for pound list. I don't know how everybody else do theirs. But if you got an undisputed um, accomplishment next to your name, bro, I look at that as a crown, like a king crown. I'm like, oh, Lord, that's a king right there. That motherfucker conquered. You see what I'm saying? He conquered. So to conquer a division is to me holds a lot more weight than just you know um, you be 49-0 or some shit, but fighting a bunch of factory workers or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you go through, when you beat the man who beat the man, you become numero uno. That holds a lot of weight for me. Yeah, he about ticket sales. Yeah, he is about his money. But I do like that he get his fighters paid too. Cause we've heard these dudes complain years after year. Hey man, it's a brutal sport. The head wasn't meant to be hit. You know, I know I represent man down, but I ain't trying to be the nigga man down. No, I'm joking, but I'm just saying. So now the money is there. Speaking of Mr. Man down, anyway, it's a different video. My guy AJ needs American trainer. He not improving on his defense. He going to get knocked out again. I don't even know if that's the solution. He had Derrick James, but Derrick James also had Jamel and also had Errol Spence. We see where they at. Damn, is Derrick James a curse? No, let me stop. I'm like, damn. Every time they go over there, them niggas start getting blazed. uh, nah, man. I think AJ had already left. Uh, Wait, did he leave? Did he lose with Derrick James? Probably did. Who cares? But it's been quiet on the Derrick James side of the street, man. Real rap. The motherfucker was one of the hottest names in the trainers category. Not anymore. Real talk. If Haney loses, he's done. Early retirement. I'm going to encourage it. I'm like, hey, Devin, you were undisputed at 35, fam. This is it. This is the end of the road. It's not happening at 40. It's not happening at 47. It's it's get out of the way time. Become a businessman. You know what I mean? You start a promotional company and sign some fighters. If you lose to Jose Ramirez, you know, respectfully or disrespectfully, however you want to take it, man. If you lose to Jose Ramirez, get out of here. Get out of the sport. Devin might have the toughest fight on that card. I disagree. I disagree. I believe that let me think. Hell no, that might be the lightest. I think T.O. definitely got some smoke in front of him. Now if Barboza fights stupid and fight with emotion and shit, he gonna get blazed. But um if he calculated and smart, that could be a decent fight. I still edging T.O. low key, even though I want Barboza to win. But I've seen T.O. get beat by lesser comp than Barboza. So he has a chance. And then Rolly is gonna be a tough scrap, I think, for Ryan. Like now if he catch Rolly early or some shit, then yeah. You know what I mean? But they've been in the ring with each other before, man. I remember Rolly was roughing his ass up. And I don't know if they was in a doghouse or they was in somebody's gym. And that sparring match went bad for Ryan from a little bit of from the minutes that I watched. You see what I'm saying? So, um, but I know that was a long time ago. So, and Rolly has IQ has not elevated. I don't think. You know, Rolly is he can do comedy. You know, he's good for making people laugh in these interviews and shit. But the nigga skill set is trash. But he can punch. He can definitely punch. And all it takes is one. It only takes one. I got the box, all boxing free. LOL, I ain't paid for boxing since Cotto was a junior welter. Damn. Yeah, man. Like the homie Charles said, free 99. He said Dev's only 26 years old. Why y'all say he's done? I'm just talking about like I think this fight, Mark Nash, we gonna find out if he really is like I feel like if he lose to Barris, that Ryan fight really took a lot out of you, fam. You know what I mean? You really, really got fucked up bad to the point where now you're struggling with. I feel like Ramirez is levels below Devin Haney. I just feel like that loss right there. I was like, oh no, no, no. And then it's back to back. It'll be back to back losses. So, and then usually when them dudes accumulate back to back losses, it usually go back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? I done seen situations like that. So, who broke that curse recently? I think it was Tim, right? Yeah, it was Tim Zoo, I think. Because he came from the Fedora loss to that Murtazaliev loss. And he fought what's the white guy out of America out here? I forgot. The young kid who really ain't shit. But shout out to him. He got a fan base. But yeah, Tim almost got to 30 out here. He almost got 30. You know what I mean? So if you when you get 30, oh yeah, you really done. When that 2-0 hit, you be like, or the 0-2 basically. Hold on, let me go. A few more comments. AJ used them for one fight, and so you need to know. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Yuli. What does Boots have that Norman lacks that makes y'all say that? Well, um, like I say, I haven't seen too many fights of Norman, but I will say this: definitely experience. Boots has definitely been in there with better competition. Um, just to name a few, what you call it, Stanley Jonas, David Avenesian, Karen Twice, who he had, Clayton, who he got, and he had a lot of early knockouts. But the mere fact that he's got a better resume than Norman, so he's definitely has experience. He actually just beat a legitimate um, top welterweight in Stanley Jonas to where it's just like, okay, well, I think he's legitimate, number one off that victory. And I just felt like Norman definitely got to do more, man. We have to see him. If he's not gonna fight Boots next, we got to see him in maybe, hate to say it, maybe fight a leftover of Boots or something like that. Fight Karen or fight whoever is close in the rankings or something, but somebody who's relevant, something that's gonna gain traction to for people to buy in and really see him, display his skill set. Because sometimes you need that opponent that is really gonna bring out the best skills of yourself. So it's like I seen that kind of with Boots, where it's just like, oh shit, you start getting tagged up. Then next thing you know, he got to get in his bag a little bit, you know, um, get in his rhythm, and then he started putting it together. And next thing you know, he getting the stoppage, man. So Karen's the only one that made it out. If I'm not mistaken, Karen's the only one that didn't get cooked in them early rounds. So, you know, um, I don't think that Boots is just the most spectacular shot I've ever seen or nothing like that. So, I'm definitely not on that type of bandwagon. Um, but I'll tell you that the guy is definitely shifty. He's real, he's clever. He's real clever in there to where, if you're not used to seeing some or dealing with some shit like that, yeah, man, but it could be a good fight. I think Norman definitely possesses the power to change the complete outcome of the fight, but you got to land it, and it got to be, what I'm saying, a respectable. You land with some intensity to the point where Boots respected to where he can't be fighting the way, because I don't be liking the way he be fighting versus these last few opponents. To be honest with you, I feel like he be goofing off, man. I feel like he be goofing off, and I feel like Boots loses focus a lot. I feel like when Boots is 100% focused, he's a problem in there. But he worrying about talking to fans and outside, outside the ring, and trying to show off and all that shit. Nah, bro, nah. Because I've been seeing him try to do that look away challenge shit and get clipped. And I get it. He can take a punch, but man, I mean, it's gonna be one of them ones that's gonna be have you, you know, your knees, and look in two different directions or something, man, and looking silly on some Zab Judah type shit versus a Consul. So you don't want that to happen, you know. So I don't know, man. That's my thoughts. I haven't. It's the lack of experience at the top level. His resume is not great. Um, and out of the last stock, the stock that we have at welterweights, Boots is doing more. You know, Boots is doing more. Barrios will probably be, next. He got, who did he fucking fight? He fought even what you call it, Ugas. I mean, yeah, your Dennis Ugas. So Barrios and Boots got way more got more experience at fighting top competition, better than Norman. He was shit. Even Barrios was even in there with Tank. So I don't discredit him. Like, if he's jumping in there with guys, man. And I'll just tell you like this, Mark Nash, your boy on the borderline a bit of getting the full on duck stamp, and that's not good. Like I said, I pay attention to the YouTube streets and the shit, the chatter, and when you got the duck associated with your name, and it can get tricky, and you got more to prove before people can be like, oh, okay, he might be the next one of such and such. So, you know, I wish him the best, man. He's a champ. He's undefeated. He got upgraded to champ given the circumstances of the other welterweights moving up. So that ain't got nothing to do with Boots or Norman or Barrios or none of that. They just had to inherit based off the situation. But I tell you though, you got to show and prove now because Boots is definitely getting all the his clout is going up. And he out here in press conference talking about they turning down big paydays. So all right. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. That's what the streets are saying. AJ need to fight Fury, then retire. Nah, I don't know about that. Shout out to AJ, man. But I don't recommend Wilder or AJ take no, you know what I mean, crazy tough competition right now, for their own health. No, I can feel that, bro. I mean, I understand. I definitely understand. But I'm gonna give you the other side too of what they people the chatter is, and it kind of like what I'm seeing and analyzing as well. But I'm not full on a full fledged flaming Brian, Norman and nothing like that. That's how you ain't been seeing no content, dedicated to him like that. Now I did say somebody's dad. His dad did say something about what was it? About something about the easy road. And I was like, ooh, see, fans don't want to be hearing shit about easy road. Spence did that shit. So the business talk, like, why wouldn't I take care of this over here? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I take the easy road? That's what it was sounding like. I heard his dad talking like that. So hey, if that's the route they doing. That's the route they doing. But there's other champs that want to unify. But he said he might need to go to 54 after he fought Kara. So Boost capping. Yeah, I don't know if he capping. That's what I say. If I pay attention to what he say, if he gonna talk about, he can make weight easy, then all right. No more discussion about 54. AJ simply past his prime at this point. No trainer will improve him. We probably can say the same about Deontay. It's too late to be showing it, when they say the old dog new tricks. Yeah, man, sucks. No, AJ won the Derrick James, but it was UD lack lackluster performance. Okay. Yeah, he definitely had him in trouble. I was like, damn, AJ fucked up. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, you had your moment, man. You walked right into the motherfucking the sleeper. You in the gym, Mark? I feel Norman tighten that defense up. Boost got the longer reach. How he's gonna get inside? Yeah, but hey, Boost definitely got to fight that. Approach that fight smart. Ryan got the easiest fight on the card on purpose. It's obvious they want to make sure the cheater wins. Put a main event. I was just shocked about that. It's like it's bad enough he on a Riyadh season card after cheating, coming off his last fight, cheating. But then he's the main event, and I gave this man Rolly. I think he wouldn't have won against Daniel Dubois with Derrick James. I know he got stopped in 2 rounds. No, I'm joking. Shout out to Derrick James. Hopefully, he all right, man. AJ is done. He's past his prime. I don't think AJ can beat any elite heavyweight that can punch. When you think about it, yeah, with the Usyk shit, that's out. You forget about that. Tyson Fury, I don't think he can beat. I think he could possibly beat Deontay Wilder. I think he can't. I don't think he'll probably beat Zhang. Well, actually, Zhang is kind of trash too. The dude that he fought in the last fight cooked him. Body shot fest. And then who else up there, man? Did AJ fight Hergovich yet? I don't think he fought Hergovich. That'd be a good scrap. Hergovich actually coming off. Who did he just beat? Oh, Joe Joyce. Yeah, he just beat the shit out of Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce definitely need to retire. That's the guy who definitely needs to retire. Joe Joyce. When y'all was talking about being past his prime and not being able to show him something new. Who did that? I was looking for that cut, but yeah, man, you can't teach Joe Joyce shit. He ain't gonna retain it. He might look great too in training camp. Like, damn, man, I'm learning, man. This is a great camp. It's my best camp. It'd be funny when they do that shit. This is my best camp, man. I push myself to the limit. You get in there and fight the same exact way. Like, oh man, you didn't do shit. Like that training camp didn't mean a damn thing, bro. As soon as you got hit, you did this. You went back to the same ass non-working shit that you always do. No head movement, no side to side, no jabbing. Yeah, man, well, yeah, he does throw his jab, but you're catching jabs at your face at the same time. Throw a jab, catch a jab at your face. Throw a jab, catch a jab at your face. So yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Joey Spencer. Thank you, Mike Nash. I was trying to think. I was like, what's the young Caucasian kid that PBC was hoping would be some great superstar or whatever. Yeah, Joey got cooked by Tim. Shout out to Tim Zoo. Tim won, and now people saying he's going to beat Thurman. What's wrong with them saying that? I mean, Thurman just got back after beating he beat Brock Jarvis, and he think let's go guys, let's go y'all, we back, we back. He always saying we and shit. Hey? We gonna take over back over the sport. You know what I'm saying? Beam bop, boom bop, bam. It's like shit I am, y'all wouldn't understand. Like, I was like, Keith, bro, we get it. You're excited that you beat a child. He's a boy. You beat Rock Jarvis, an inexperienced fighter who really fought at the lower weights, and then he came up to 54 and was having a little bit of success, but wasn't in there with really nobody at the top level except for Liam Parle. Liam Parle knocked him out in one round, and it took you. Oh yeah, it took you two, Keith, coming off 9-year layoff or whatever it was, man, 3 years, whatever. I disagree. I think DJ is the worst trainer for AJ or anyone else. Jay James trains his fighters to fight in a straight line. 1-1-2, 1-1-2. Same combo all the time. Yeah, you do see that shit a lot. You see it in Spence, Jamel. Who else over there? Ryan weak ass. Norman been fighting. Let's see. Norman been fighting tomato cans in the back of an Albert. Damn, man, the visual. Shout to In-N-Out Burger. I haven't had one in some years, family. That man said the back of an In-N-Out Burger, dog. Norman would fight Boots now for an easy win for Boots. Yeah, I do favorite Boots right now. Like I said, I just haven't seen enough, man. He's fighting Jimmy Sensaki. Oh shit. Let's look him up. Let us look him up. Jimmy Sensaki. I have to say it like that. Jimmy Sensaki. Sensaki. It's one of them Daniel son type Karate Kid shits. Hold on. Did I put the right? The fuck? Let's see. If I put a boxer. Oh, there he is. Oh, this is a boy. No, I'm joking. 5'8". Hold on. That look like the dude Floyd fought in the exhibition. Nasukawa. Yeah, that was his name. Nasukawa. He fight Nasukawa cousin? Oh shit. Ah, cut Jin Sasaki. Shout out to the where you from? Shout out to the Japanese peoples, man. Hold on, man. Oh, here we go. These bullshit ads, cuz. Hold up. Damn, now this shit wanna freeze up. Yeah, he probably fought a bunch of Orientals on his resume, man. That's it. Um, yeah, man, I don't know about this fight. Let me see. Oh man, shout out to him, man. He's A side Jin, man. Jin Sasaki got to be A side. It's in It's in Japan at the Oda City General Gymnasium. A side Jin. He's ranked number 3 though. Okay, okay. Zell voice. All right, okay. Jin Sasaki. Okay. All right, hold up, y'all. I need to get my battery. I mean my charger. Hold up. All right, my bad, man. I just didn't want this shit to kill the live stream, so I had to go grab the charger. I know I'm way behind on the comments. Comment opponents. Oh, what up, 1-2 kids? Shout out to the homie 1-2, man. Said comment opponents don't mean shit. If you can get fans in another country, that will grow your fan base. Yeah, for sure. Why you ain't fighting Boots? Why not? Why Boots ain't fighting Norman? Yeah, this guy got more. He got the ring. He got the IBF and what was it? WB? Yeah, WBA. So yeah, but Boots putting in work, dog. He's staying active. He on the right side of the street. Street said Bud was ducking Spence and scared to lose. These motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they be talking about. That was a good counter, Mark. You right. Let's see what happened. Good counter. Where's Clock? We building our guy up, bruh. The fight gonna happen. You like stall him out. What's gonna happen? Bozy literally said the same thing and it was ignored. But Norman Sr. said he's crucified. Okay. Well, I want to see the fight. I'm all about the unifications. As long as it happens, as long as he not trying to duck or no shit like that. How long can Boots stay at 47? Yeah, man. We'll see. I mean, hopefully until he gets the belts or at least attempt it. Damn, way bully promotions. So people are gonna ride with the more popular guy and with their YouTube daddy tell them because they scared to speak their mind and lose a wrench. Damn, that's funny, man. Yeah, truthful, some people scared to fucking speak their mind, dog. Yeah, 10 pound. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like if he ain't unifying, then yeah, then he gonna definitely have to deal with that 10 pound shit with the IBF. That's probably why he was really mad to fight Karen again. The rehydration shit. Or the rehydration limit, yeah. Don't give me any ideas. We taking Boots' head and put it on steak. He said Normans ain't doing shit. They willing to travel to Japan versus nobody then go to Boots' hometown. Damn. Swarm is it's heating up. He's heating up. Boots ain't at fault. Norman ain't even trying to fight anyone, not even Boots. He said we like sleepers. Some Freddie. Time they say time they say reason the reason they turn on the fight is because they have taxes? Wow. Said it's over. Vince Carter shit. It's over. We build our fan base up. Stop hating, says Dragon. Time you building a fan base, Boost will move up. Damn. So that's what they doing. They still building up, Brian. That's what they saying, dog. Damn, Mark. They said they still trying to build up Brian's. You know what I mean? So that's why the fight ain't gonna happen right now. And by the time it happens, this nigga gonna be like Crawford say, but I'm referring to Boots. He gonna be too weak and he stayed at welterweight too long. Keep Thurman undisputed list. Undisputed hairline, dog. Japan, then UK, Texas, then the Boots fight. Who Boots fought? Cans. Cans and Karens. Cans and Karens. Sasaki started out at 135. The trash can for the doorman. Damn. Told you it's heating up. You see, the community don't be playing, dog. They be getting right to it. Right to it, man. KO lost in Japan. He can't lose to his countrymen, dog. That's like that. Boo said he comfortable at 47. He did say that. Ninjas talk about Boots' opponents. Norman fighting an anime background character. Oh man, damn! That might be the comment of the live stream right there, bro. Damn, undeniable heat. Say he fighting an anime background character. Fucking he fighting Goku out in this hole, man. Gohan out in this hole. Rascal out there. We working on our craft. This shit getting dark, man. It's getting dark. Oh man, Booster White Bully one day that weight sure ain't gonna hurt him if he keeps this up any longer. Damn, that he's ranked number two for Norman's WBO, and they offered the millions that Boots and Eddie in top rank wouldn't pay Norman. Oh yeah, you getting paid some good money for this fight? Oh yeah, let's see. Let me just look real quick, man. Hold up. Let's see if we can see any. We must investigate this. Let me see. Norman. Let's see if I can see anything. Oh, that is not the kind of purse I'm looking for. I'm talking about fight purse. Oh. 4 days ago. What does this say? Known to defend WBO title in Japan, won't wait for Jerron Enos. What do you mean wait? You can't wait for unification? Okay. Unless it was already set up before the Boost fight. Brian Norman Jr. set to make a quick turnaround. June 19th in Tokyo. 27-0, 21 knockouts. Good little record, but you know. Damn, look how they worded this shit. It says Norman is set to fight for the second time this year rather than wait on negotiations for a unification bout against unified IBF and WBA welterweight champ Jerron Bucenis. Excuse me. Norman is currently ranked number one in the Ring Magazine's welterweight rankings, while Boots holds the Ring Magazine title. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I see what they're saying. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's more reasons for the fight to happen. The hard hitting Norman is coming off his first title defense last month, stopping Derek Cuevas, somebody else I don't know. 24-year-old is also looking to remain active. They're supposed to say something about the person here, though. Sasaki is ranked number two in the WBO at 147 pounds. Like Rascal stated, he came from 135, but it is what it is. So did Barrios. He is also number six in the Ring Magazine rankings in the division since his draw with Kotaro Sakini in July 2022. The 23-year-old has won 7 fights in a row, with 6 of those being by stoppage in Japan, but you know, still stoppage. The two sides have exchanged contracts with the deal expected to be finalized soon. The Ring is reporting that Norman will earn a career high purse for fighting Sasaki in his home country. Norman's team turned down a career high payday to face Enos on November 9th at the Wells Fargo Center in Enos' hometown affiliate. So key thing is there was an offer made, man. That's why I said mentioned earlier that this duck title has been parentheses associated with Brian Norman in these YouTube streets. But you know, like the homie Mark Nash say, people say all kind of shit in the streets. But that's still gonna be a headline. He turned down a career high payday to face Enos, but instead he took a career high payday to face Sasaki, who's ranked number two and doesn't have any belts. And the way that they titled this It's as if like he rushed to make this fight happen so that no negotiations could start with Boots. Doesn't sound good, but hey, that's just what they're reporting. If he's able to get past Sasaki, Norman's team will be willing to resume negotiations to fight Enos. Oops, what I do? Oh, he said if he's. Oh yeah. So, however, Enos was recently ordered to make a fight against WBA mandatory Shocker and Geisa. Oh, I didn't even hear about that. So, mandatory business. Although we know unifications trump mandos, but yeah, that's the situation now. So, because Norman has pursued the Sasaki fight, Enos will end up looking like facing Shakram Gayasov, who's 17-0 and 10 knockouts. So, man, Boots been busy, man. He'll probably get like 3 fights this year. Hopefully, if they can make that fight happen in the back end of the year, Ryan Norman and Boots. It's expected to be streamed on ESPN Plus as part of its expiring deal with Top Rank. Oh, expiring. So they're gonna go out with the Norman fight. Oh, the expiring deal. So I don't know if it's gonna be the last final fight, but this is part of the expiring deal package. And then we'll see what Top Rank goes from there. Probably the zone, man. So yeah, man, y'all can give y'all thoughts on. I still didn't see shit on what the exact amount is. I'm still actually looking though. Because I want to see if it's actually more than what he was offered, or at least close to what was offered from Boots' team. Anyway, maybe somebody can direct me to a source that states the real, the accurate purse they getting. Let's see. Yeah, man, y'all been clowning. I don't follow the business side or agree with rankings, but I understand what you're saying. Then knock him for getting. Is he getting 2 million in Japan? Okay. Who's paying that? That's what I want to know. I don't know if it's top rank. I mean, maybe the promotion company of Sensaki. I don't know. 2 million. I haven't seen a source though to verify that. He ranked number 2, and we going to we going to Japan. Oh yeah, you got your hotel already. Norman Jr. gonna get some Naoya Inoue fans when we knock that boy out. Whoop that trick. We will see if it's 2 million. They could have gave Norman the same deal they gave Stanionis. Huh. Let's see. Let's see. Let me share this one more again. This article from MSN says lucrative deal with Matchroom. Talking about boots. Like I said before, he is on the right side of the street as far as getting the bag and staying active and getting the fights that he want, man. I mean, hey, gotta just keep it real with that. Ryan Enos entered the ring as the reigning IBF champ in the A side. His stars been rising steadily and come off a massive payday from his previous bout against Cody Crowley. Enos reportedly earned 3.3, a career high at the time. He didn't fight Cody Crowley, I don't think. Did he? Hold on. What's the date on this shit? This whack ass ads in a way. Multiple sources says have pegged Enos's purse in the range of 3.3 to 3.5 for standing on his bout, based on his prior disclosed earnings and the scale of the title of this title clash, with no pay-per-view revenue involved. See, that's what out pay-per-view, dog. Cause I don't think that was pay-per-view. He was previously said to earn around 1.7. You're talking about standing on his purse. So this article is just basically guesstimating based off the last amount they made, and then with the let me see. It says standing on his estimated purse for the Ennis fight is believed to be around 1.5 million. So what they didn't want to give Brian Norman 1.5? Is that what you're trying to say, Mark? Reflecting his role as the B side, but also recognizes his championship status and the value he brought to the bout. The flat payout is in line with his own structure, which typically avoids complex per review splits. Um, yeah, man, I don't know how much the Normans. So you saying he said he getting two for the Asian dude. So I guess I gotta find a source for that shit though. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see shit. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, maybe if you got a source, dog, you could drop it in the chat. Cause where are you getting this 2 million from? But it did say a career high payday. I just don't know what his high was before that. So I don't see no record of what this 2 million. Let me see. Let's try a boxing scene. I don't see shit. Is this the one I already went to? Heck yeah. I would really like you opportunity to will fight with you. You come to Japan when we fight. You know, we don't speak Chinese. Choosing. Well, hold on. Lemon Jr. and his dad, Brian Senior, had hoped to set up a unification against Boots, but it doesn't look like the fight is doable. Boots promoter Ed Hearn chose not to meet Norman Jr.'s asking price last September. Matchroom promoter Hearn was unyielding with the negotiations, choosing not to increase the offer from 1.7 to 2.2. So they saying the offer was 1.7 from Eddie Hearn and Matchroom instead of the 2.2 that they requested or something. Norman Jr. hasn't mentioned the kind of money he expects for a fight against Boone, but his original asking price of 2.2 is likely to have increased to 3. Hearn will be kicking himself for not paying what Brian Jones asked for last September because that low price likely no longer exists. So it seems like this article is siding with Norman on the asking price for the negotiations he had with Boots. But where's the revenue for this Sasaki fight? Because if you turn down 1.7, what are you picking up from Sasaki? Still don't see shit. This fake. Somebody said the fight called up Canelo Crawford. I've been saying like don't be shocked the fight don't happen, but wait, hold on. No, that was in February. This article. Fuck out of here. I went here. Yeah, man. I don't see shit. Shouldn't take this damn long. So Raz Club must have seen him fight. Ah, man, still on the anime flame, bro. That's funny. People's heard of Norman because of T.O. turning him down. Oh wow, T.O. Cloud. Okay, okay, all right. Boots and his dad said immediately after their fight they were going to fight their Mando. Okay. Norman would beat the ish out of punk ass racist T.O. Fuck T.O. uh, let's see. LeRon, what up, dog? Man said he being sarcastic. That's funny. Bozy said they're already undisputed. People misspeak or are taken out of context. Oh yeah, that's flaming shame if Bozy said that shit. Tripping. The official announcement tomorrow. Okay, that's why. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't see shit, dog. See what I mean? Bozy said they weren't waiting immediately after this fight in the press conference. And nobody said that. Norman said he's not waiting. He's not waiting. He's a duck. Yeah, that's funny, dude. This fight need to happen though. He was getting 1.7 as rank number when he was ranked number 13. This nigga dragging, dog. Like I said, September is when we're aiming for the Bulls fight. All right, so let that be the target, man. There's no reason why the fight shouldn't happen by the end, before the end of the year is up. You know what I mean? Yeah, them Europeans be scrapping, bruh. It's more, and he has a whole country behind him. Philly didn't even drive an hour away to Atlantic City for the standing on this fight. Oh shit, he said niggas didn't even show up. Damn, don't do that. Come on, Philly. Conor Benn, Conor Benn, Conor Benn. Shit. Norman's a goddamn duck. Sasaki is considered a union plumber in his home country. Damn, bro. Just I don't know, man. Chad is pro boots, see, like or basically on the side of the duckery on the Brian Norman side. That's what I was just saying. I gave you the heads up, Bark. I'm just telling you what people feel and what they saying. If Boots can really make 47 comfortably each time, I don't think anyone beating him at 47. I feel that too. I got him number one. You know, I would love to see the fight happen to where, like, hey, man, if it's, I don't mind hearing and the new, but um, you got to get in there, man. Like his dad said, when I get over there, but I got to get over there. He said, why wouldn't I take this easy road? I heard him say that. I was like, okay, is this the path we taking? Y'all didn't learn from the Earl Spence shit? God damn. Right, I figured he did fight Cody Cross. I didn't understand that article. Boosters, Daniel's fault. And look packed to me. Oh shit. Counters, Marky Dan, duly noted. Damn, bro, they cooking his opponent. He went from an anime character to a damn plumber to a truck driver with his best day. Damn. Martin Ash, they all kind of boxers got jobs, bro. Fuck you, mean? Bernard Hopkins was knocked out the ring and retired by a union member named Joe Swift Jr. Hey, that is true, right? I thought he cut yards or some shit. Yeah, something. But you right. Yeah, this LLC shit cracking, man. Over half the boxers work a job. Stop it. Everyone don't get a golden ticket. Talk to these niggas, Drake. They're champions. Hold on, let me. God damn. Yep. I don't know which champions it is, but shout out to them. Bagging groceries and winning belts, man. Uh, like Matias. Matias was in the Rice and Beans Union of San Juan when he got beat up by Parrot. Parrot. Damn. Oh, Paro, you mean Lynn Paro? Back to beans. Back to rice and beans, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Y'all haters. This is it, dog. Drake cut up, dog. Let me see. Cause of taxes. Oh, okay. No, I ain't calling him a bum, but maybe the guys he fought was stuff. He said, "Okay, Mark, here your point. 2 mil. Maybe from Norman Senior making noise on a podcast. Oh shit! Wow. All right, we got to see some receipts with that 2 million though. Like that's what I want to see because I have seen a lot of situations where a guy or a boxer or a champ will turn down the offer from another champ and then take a hella less offer to face somebody else. I'm like, what? So you dug this nigga? You didn't want to accept the 1.8 they offered, but you rather take 150,000 to fight in the damn fucking public gymnasium. Bro's way behind in the chat. Yeah, I was way behind in the chat. Hell yeah. Damn. 170? Damn. Boost just got 3.3 in his last fight. Norman, bro, he don't want these checks? Oh, yeah, man. I don't know, man. So I know I can see receipts of Boots actually getting these checks. Plus, I know who he's with. I told you he on the right side of the street. He said, call it off. I'm about to say, yeah, my bad. I was like, what the fuck? It was from February, though. Boy, just not checking. Yeah, I be feeling like that, too, though. Some days, I be like, man, fuck all these pussy ass niggas. No, when people say career high paid, I was based off being number 13 before he was champ. How many was in attendance from Brian Norman's last fight, then? I mean, since we doing numbers, I mean, because you criticizing his attendance, but do Brian Norman do 9,000 or do he do 900? I'm just curious, man, because I don't think it's even a debate on who gonna be the A side. That's not gonna even be a question. I mean, because I hope we're not speaking as if like Brian Norman's some super household name or something, like, because really motherfuckers don't know either of them niggas. We being real, like on the as far as I mean on the main scale, on the mainstream level, nobody know these niggas like that. We know them, but they really don't know no damn Norman. Like I can almost vouch for that. Like if I go down the street, like y'all know Brian Norman, senior, junior, huh? What does he? Who does he do? What does he do? That's exactly what they're saying. Like, what does he do for a living? Is he a celebrity or They'll ask, and I don't mind educating people. Informing. That's why I have a channel. Use information. That's why when people say things, I try to look it up if I get a chance. Like, okay, let's look. But less than 9K, huh? Well, shit. Boost might be able to say, hey, well, yeah, I had 9K, but you had 90, nigga, last fight. For real, this generation of boxers soft as fuck. Who the fuck is Jin Sasaki? Like you said, man, with them anime, he might got hands though. But one of them anime niggas though, or some shit, man. Heard they got a new Dragon Ball movie coming out. Thinking about going to watch it, man. Take my kid, man. Did not Haney Senior say something about Easy Fight versus Ryan also? Is that what they said? Oh shit. Backfire promotions, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, shit. He considered this next fight. I mean, I'm pretty sure they consider this next fight easy. I don't think they overlooking him, but he better win this next fight because Ramirez. If not, he done. Ain't people's calling fighters dishwashers, Uber drivers, and bin men ain't those their second jobs. Right? They be like, man, these niggas, Walmart greeter, nigga. Rappers, podcasters, and streamers talk about boots. Yeah, his name is buzzing, bro. You got like the $1 million worth of game, and it is what it is podcast, and like they get numbers. Like some of them hitting like 100K per video, like on up that type shit. You know what I mean? But I'm saying people are more informed on who the hell Boots is at this point, even though he's still not that popular. I don't think Norman did Dragon Ball Z Vegeta scooter numbers over 9K. uh, we'll see what kind of numbers he do with Vegeta though. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, Vegeta power up in there, dog. It might be some problems. Because what people gonna say if he lose to Vegeta? I mean, yeah, if he lose to Vegeta, what they gonna say? Oh man, this nigga lost to motherfucking toenail clippers. This nigga be clipping toenails, nigga, in nail salons. In nail salons, nigga. And that's who you lost to? Wouldn't that be some shit? They show the nigga history and they show him like show pictures of him in nail salons is working on people ladies' toes and shit. Like damn, this nigga was out here filing nails and shit and massaging feet. So yeah, you can't get whooped by a foot massager, bro. Can't do that. All right, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Um, I go by the Black Horseman, Black Horse Promotions. I rep the UGC, and you know that's how we do, man. We bring this flame. You know, once more, flame of shame. I got to get flame of shame to the person I actually initially did this video on. Conor Benn, oh whole ass. What you get? You was getting punched. You were knotted up, and it was like Knott's Berry Farm if you was to live in California. You know what I mean? You would have thought you was at Knott's Berry Farm watching Conor Benn get beat in them last few rounds. Like I said, I missed the early rounds, but shout out to Chris Eubanks getting a unanimous decision victory, and you took the sadness off your daddy's face because I was getting tired of seeing your daddy crying out here, man. I mean, he already got me and my brothers is like with the nostrils, like he already got the nostrils like smellery, but we used to call them like snorkelers. You know what I mean? Like these niggas just be they got them nostrils. You know what I mean? Pig nostrils. But anyway, yeah, he was crying and being emotional, and he actually had a glimpse of happiness, and I'm sure he was just glad to see that his son survived such a brutal fight. Um, After cutting weight, didn't even make the weight, and it was just bad. It was just not a good look. Especially wouldn't have been a good look if he would if it would have lost, because dad would have been crying again, and then it would have been his fourth loss. And once you get your fourth loss, man, that's when CTE symptoms start showing up, low key. Especially if you get stopped. Graduate from high school and become world boxer. Reality people, stop hating. Ah man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Dragon, man. I think he said that about 8 times in the chat. Stop hating. So I think he's trying to emphasize that, man. That's the message of the day. Stop hating. Dragon Leg promotion. Tio Senior don't want to see it, man. Wanted 10 million during the pandemic. 10 million. Oh, I remember that shit. What are you talking about? Like the Devin Haney fight? He was like, "Give me 10 million, we'll fight over the ball." And I was like, "Man, go get high or something, bro. Get your intoxicated ass out of here." Hey, yeah, man, that's all I got for this one, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. One love. UGC. Till the next time. Be safe. I'm out.